Are we good?
I'm good.
Okay, everyone's like blinking this way. Hi guys, welcome back to this week's Coffee with Kyan. This is our very first episode. Not the first episode for interview series, but first episode with somebody who's very special. You guys know Andrew Dodsworth from the episode, a few episodes prior. We'll introduce our superstar here. One of our superstar consultant has been with IT Works for quite some time now, especially since Gary's initial induction in the US. Ron Spicer, everybody.
Hello.
Hi, Ron. How's things going on your end?
Oh, great. Perfect.
Good. So this is our first time actually doing it in two different remote locations. We're doing this live in the exact setting. Otherwise, it would be probably too good of a prep talk show that make sure you sync up so well. So where are you located at right now?
I'm just outside Boston, Massachusetts.
Awesome. You know that I have a room in Boston, right? I graduated from UMass Amherst.
Oh, wow, cool.
Yeah, I used to work in Andover, actually, so not too far from where you are.
I used to work in Wellpet in Tewksbury, which is right near there.
Yeah, lots of companies. I think what I did was a lot of life sciences companies, lots of biotech companies down there. Pretty good, exciting stuff. So, Ron, can you introduce to yourself to a lot to all our audience here? So I know that they have seen a lot of your comments, and then your like and support for IT Works, and then on Coffee with Kyan recently. So introduce yourself first.
Well, I'm Ron. I'm an IT technical specialist. I mostly focus on the back end of IFS with the databases and PL SQL development, report writing, those kinds of things. I've been doing it for almost 15 years now.
Wow.
Very nice.
Definitely call yourself an expert for sure. I think that your experience, how much you've seen IFS grow over the time period. For anybody who's watching it right now that doesn't know IFS, can we have a really quick intro recap about what IFS is, what IFS does?
Yeah. So, Ron, you can help me out with this, but IFS is a ERP system that a lot of manufacturing and supply chain companies utilize to essentially help a lot of their departments and things of that nature communicate with itself. So it helps business processes run much smoother. Really assists the company in really reacting and performing activities at its fullest potential. What would you say, Ron?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cool things that IFS does, like master scheduling, for example. It's pretty important. It can plan out, what ingredients you need to buy or product based on your selling rates and stuff. It's pretty neat stuff, and it also keeps track of all the financials. I mean, it's industrial financial system, so it's basically. I think it was created just to track finance to start, and then it got into supply chain and manufacturing, engineering, all those kind of things.
Yeah, very cool. It's in my opinion, I might be a little biased being an IFS specialist here, but in my opinion, it's one of the smoothest ERP systems out there.
I think it ranks right up there with SAP and Oracle, the big dogs.
Nice.
Especially in-house, we have several other teams, of course, support different systems. But IFS is very dear to our heart. And then definitely to Gary's, is where all the magic, everything started in the first place. And thank you for being with us for so long so far. So can you walk us a little bit about your personal experience? How did you get into IFS, say, 15 years ago?
Yeah, it was kind of a fluke. I just got laid off from a position where I was in healthcare. I was programming healthcare applications. And I got some experience working with SQL Server. And I applied for a job with a company called TLT Babcock that's no longer around. And they happen to utilize IFS. So I just kind of lucked into it. And I spent 10 years there, learning the ins and outs and performing upgrades. And we would acquire new companies. So I got to do the implementations and custom, things like automating repetitive tasks within the IFS ERP system, and just experience, just lots of experience.
Are you more on the technical side versus the functional side?
Yes, definitely more technical.
Oh, that's lots of good stuff for us to learn about.
Yeah. I guess the question that I would have for you, Ron, is what do you feel would be your personal brand as an IFS professional? What do you feel that you personally bring to the fold?
The technical expertise. I know a little bit about everything, within IFS, and I consider myself an expert with the Oracle side. So I think the Oracle part was really my brand.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And individually, what do you bring onto the table usually when you talk to maybe a new client of yours per se, or a new employer or somebody that you're working with? What is your unique selling point? I think we talk a little bit about USP here.
Unique selling point.
Why do I need Ron that?
That's a tough one. I mean, I really think that my skills sell themselves. So I don't really have to think about that a whole lot. And there aren't a whole lot of people like me out there, just to be honest with you. So it is what it is.
That's true. From speaking with you, we talked a little bit last week about, what you're doing currently, what you've really been successful within IFS previously. I would have to agree. You're definitely on the upper echelon of the individuals on the technical side of IFS.
Thanks.
Very well. Fantastic. And of course, that actually works very well in line because working in a niche environment, there really is not a whole lot of people who actually really know the system well enough, especially on the technical side and functional side, or the combination of the two. I think IFS being one of the very unique ones. So walk us through, because you've been doing this for 15 years. Have you always been on the contract side of things versus perm?
Pardon me, I didn't get that.
Have you always been a contract? I'm more on the doing more contract?
No. I started as a full-time employee. I was 10 years at TLT Babcock, and then I started with IT Works right after that. And I took a full-time placement position in Massachusetts. And I was relocated from the Cleveland, Ohio area out here for this job. And it ended up not being as challenging as I was hoping it would be. So then I decided to start consulting. And that was about 2 years ago. So I've only been consulting for 2 years now. Most of my work has been full-time, permanent positions.
Wow, that's fantastic. That gave you a really different view. It's a very different platform to look at things a little differently. I think that permanent position coming, the scope to the nature of the work sometimes, of course, depend on where the company is going for what they're looking to implement and so on. So walk us through, how do you like the life being a consultant doing contracts for the past 2 years?
I love it. The big part about it is the networking part. You meet a lot of different people with a lot of different skill sets, and sometimes you end up working on different contracts with these folks. So you already know. And the work itself is a lot more challenging than I would say that my full-time positions were. These projects are fast-paced. They need somebody that actually knows the nitty-gritty parts so that they can get this, their project going, or whatever it is that they hire you for. It could be, they need some report writing, stuff like that, or they want to implement another part of IFS, like master scheduling or something like that, because IFS is component-based, so you don't have to buy every part of it. You just buy the parts that you want, or that your business needs.
I see.
Or right now, the company I'm working for, they're acquiring businesses left and right. So we're doing a lot of data migrations and implementations, and it's really exciting stuff. Because every company is different, every project, it's different works and whatnot.
What would you consider some of your favorite projects so far up to date?
Favorite projects? I really like doing implementations. I think those are very challenging because, they're usually on some other system like SAP, and you have to, get the data out, the data that they need, and get it in IFS, and that's challenging with the migration utilities and whatnot. And there's multiple ways to skin a cat. So a lot of different consultants have different methods for doing things. There's tools within IFS you can use. There's custom tools that I built that I kind of carry around from job to job. I usually call that my toolbox, so to speak. Just that I've written.
Cool.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense to us, because I think that the Kyan that we talk to day in, day out, it's partially in our internal process as well.
Yeah, most definitely. What do you think? about the challenges. What do you think really drives you towards working on things that push you to your limits?
Well, I like to be pushed. I won't shy away from any challenge. And that's the thing that's advice I would give any consultant is do not shy away from anything. Don't never say you can't do something because you can do it. It's just, you just got to try. You got to do it. Just do it. Be confident.
There you go. In regard to, your day-to-day, when you've done, traveling and things of that nature, how do you feel that the traveling within itself kind of adds value to what you're doing? I know you mentioned networking before. Obviously, with contracting, you get to go to a lot of different places and meet a lot of different people. What do you think the impact of the traveling has upon a consultant such as yourself?
Well, I have small kids, so I don't like to travel a whole lot. So I only travel when it's absolutely necessary. And I think I've only traveled to 2 different states so far. So I haven't done a lot of traveling. But, I'm always open to it. It's just, it's just my preference to work out in my home office.
Sure. Perfect.
And that's another positive about being a consultant, that you can choose, if you're in demand, you can basically choose what you want to do. Like if you want to work out of your home, or if you want to travel on site, some people really enjoy that. And I think I would enjoy it if I didn't have, small children. And,
Sure.
That's why I'm doing this, right? I got a roof over my head,
All right.
What are their names?
Morgan and Ben.
Oh, good. Morgan.
Morgan is the girl, Ben's the boy.
I see. Wow. And then we heard that you have little ones too, right? For animals.
Yeah, my son is he turns 10 this weekend. Yeah, he turns 10 this weekend. My daughter is 11, so they're basically Irish twins. They keep me pretty busy off hours, with the sports. My son, he plays tackle football, and my daughter plays softball and soccer.
Very nice.
Very active.
It was pretty busy.
I bet.
So, for you being able to probably have a little bit more home time, I think that would strike a really good, solid work-life balance to be there for them too.
Yeah, in the summertime it's nice, so they don't have to be rushed off to camp or anything like that. They can stay and play with their friends outside. It's beautiful. This is a beautiful area to live. And there was lots of other kids their age in the neighborhood. And, being a consultant gives me, that opportunity to kind of be a dad, so that no one else is raising my kids but me and my wife.
It's a once in a lifetime opportunity, because before they move on, then it's a different experience.
Right.
Yeah.
Before you know it, they're going to be going to college. It flies so fast.
Yeah.
Very true.
So, talking a little bit more about, since you've been working with IT Works, both, I think it sounds like you started from the permanent positions first and transitioned into the role of being a professional consultant in this case. What has been your experience with IT Works so far from the individual that you have been working with?
Well, I love it. You guys are awesome. Gary's a great guy, and I've been working with Michelina a lot. I don't know what's going on with her right now, but I hope she's okay. It's been very pleasant. I've loved it. I haven't met anyone I didn't like.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, well, we continue this level not intensity is not the right word to use. This is level of service. Because I think that of course your well-being is very important to us, and we want to do the right things and great things. I think by our consultants and also by our clients too, and to find that really what's the best for providing a solution to any issues that the client may have, and of course your expertise, your work ethic, your professionalism. I think a lot of them transcribe through, of course, a long tenure with us, and we appreciate the ongoing relationships and so on.
Most definitely.
Yeah. So,
That's been great so far.
thank you. On that note, we actually have a little something for you.
Yeah, we talked about this a little bit previously, but we have your cup, your IT Works mug, as well as your shirt here, and all we have to do now is send it out to you. So I have my team looking for an appropriate box. That way it doesn't get damaged on the way. We'll But we'll get that out to you as a sort of a thank you for obviously working with us for so long, as well as a thank you for having this discussion with us. I think that we do a lot of these conversations, and we haven't really ever had someone that has been consulting and has worked with us on the program. So I think it's really great to get your opinion and your thoughts on how we work and what you think of your opportunities. I think it's really important for everybody to hear these things.
Great.
That really helped us grow from, I was number 13 hire actually since IT was been in the US. We only been in the US for a little shy of 5 years, around that 5-year mark.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so
most of the time you guys have been here.
Yeah, and of course Gary's been with the company, I think, since pretty much from its induction back in 2004, 2005. So I think that having somebody like yourself, having a long tenure with IT work, I think speaks a lot about how we have been able to establish so much so quickly, and by doing things right, and then moving forward. So
you treated me very well.
Good.
It's an honor. It's a pleasure. Thank you for giving us the opportunity. I have one last question for you, and then and jump in if you want to touch on anything else besides this point. Now it's our first time interviewing somebody that on the consultant level who's an expert in doing what they do on the technical side of things. So for anybody who's watching this right now, and could be some of our clients even, what words of advice would you have to give to somebody who wants to become? I want to be like Ron someday.
Well, first of all, don't shy away from any challenge. If you get into a niche and follow it, and keep plugging away at it. When somebody asks you if you can do something, never say you can't. And always come to work with a good attitude. And work. That's it. Show up and do your job.
Right.
You wouldn't believe how many people just show up and are just like blank faces. But I'm not one of those people.
No, you're definitely not. And again, your tenure speaks wonders of what you've done in the past. We thank you so much for working with IT Works for as long as you have. We look forward to a continued relationship with you in the future, whatever it is that you decide to do within IFS. I personally and IT Works and Gary behind me certainly want to be there to assist with it.
Yeah, wishing you continued success, and then friendship and good health with all ourselves and also family too.
Cheers.
Cool. Cheers. And guys, I think we'll come back to Coffee Kyan next week. If you have any questions or want to leave any words of advice or comments for Ram and ourselves as well, please like, comment, and share in any platform you're seeing from Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So we'll see you back next week. And thank you, Ron.
Thanks, Ron.
We'll talk soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.